Well, welcome back, amazing people. It's International Youth Day, and I told you that when we return, I have a special guest, or should I say special guest, right here. One is live in the studio, and the other will be joining us virtually. They are techpreneurs. They are persons who are very, very passionate about technology and so many other things. But first off, let me just give you a roundup of what the International Day is about. It's celebrated every year on this date to just herald the activities of youth around the world. And this year's International Youth Day has the theme From Cliques to Progress, Youth Digital Pathways for Sustainable Development. From Cliques to Progress. This highlights the accomplishments, the potentials and contributions of young people, especially in the digital space. And with me here in the studio is Int'l, a front-end developer, someone who is really passionate about the technological space. He is also the convener of Netizen Summit. He's doing really well. We're glad to have you. All right, joining me virtually is Goswill Akpan. He's also a tech entrepreneur. He's a software innovator. He is a tech manager and the convener for the Love of Defi. Thank you so much, Goswill, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm excited.
All right, I am delighted to have both Int'l and Goswill live in the studio. First of all, I'll start with you, Int'l. Let's talk about your tech journey so far. How long has it been, and what have you experienced so far?
Okay, thank you for having me. I started way back 2014, so it's been 10 years. Yeah, I've been transitioning. I started from blogging. From blogging, I entered digital marketing. From there, transitioned to graphic designing and web designing area. So I'm currently a front-end developer, but I have started becoming a full-stack developer because I'm currently on a course for back-end development. So as it evolves, I keep on evolving because even in tech, if you remain one place, you are not going to have what everybody wants. Because as the year goes by, tech evolves. So as it evolves, I evolve with it. Talking about my experiences, it's not really easy. It's not really easy, but we keep on progressing.
All right, let's talk to you, Mr. Goswill, Mr. Goswill Akbar, right there. Let's talk about your tech journey so far. How has it been?
Yeah, I would say my tech journey has been a journey of discovery. I'd say so because, just like Mr. Int'l said, the tech world keeps evolving, and one of the ways to stay relevant in such a space is by following the trends and catching up with basically everything happening in the space. So there's been a lot of transitioning, a lot of learning, even for myself. I would say this almost 7 years, if not more, in the tech space, finding my path and niching down as I progress and discover what path really suits me and my person. So it's been exciting. It's like a research. You as you dig deeper, you get to discover more things, and you get to see areas that you would love to explore. It's really exciting, the tech space, I must say. So yeah, that's just basically it.
All right, now a quick question to you. How can young people make progress in the digital space? How can young people make progress in the digital space?
The beautiful thing about the digital space is that it has a very low barrier of entry. Basically, if you have a phone today, you have access to internet. It means that you are already in the digital space. I feel like what many people fail to do is to find opportunities that are available in this space and try to maximize all of these opportunities. And so there's no difficulty in getting into the digital space. There are people who are creating content for money today. There are people who write, on various social media platforms for money, and there's quite a number of things that you can do, on the digital space. So if you're coming into the digital space, basically you have a phone and you have access to the internet. There's no barrier for you. The next thing you should do is to find the opportunities that are available for you. What are the opportunities that are available? What are the skills that you can apply? What are the values you can bring into the digital space that you can get money for, you can get paid for, and you can generate, value even for yourself, because how we receive value is that we give value to receive value. That's how it is, even on the digital space. So basically, everything you see today, we say the world is going digital completely. And we say, I get to say, a lot of times that humanity thrives on innovation. And most of the businesses that we see in recent times are now online. What does this mean? It means more opportunities online. And it means that you have a lot if you have something you can offer, you can maximize all of these opportunities. So you learn about the digital space and you find, opportunities that you can, maximize in this space. I'll just stop.
All right.
Stop
All
there.
right. Thank you so much, Godswill. To you, Mr. Anyedi, let's talk about digital inclusion. Do you think the space is all inclusive, especially for women? I mean, I'm talking to two men. It was so hard to find a lady willing to come out and, just talk. Do you think this digital space is all inclusive?
Yeah, it is. I would say it is. Before now, we used to think that tech is for guys. Yeah.
Still looks like.
We used to think that tech is for guys. Okay. It was all these guys thing. When you talk about coding, you say, I'm a girl, I don't want to code. I will not be able to code. That's why, even till now, some of them still run from coding. It's okay, I want to do the no-code tech skills. I want to do UI, UX design. I want to go into those ones. I want to write. I don't want to code. But I would say recently there has been the rise of ladies, female inclusion in tech. Because in Uyo here, if you go to tech events, you will see amazing things that the women are doing there. Yes. So I would say the inclusion is rising. It has not gotten there yet.
Thank you.
But yes, I know.
Thank you.
It has not gotten there yet. But we still have more men. But the women that we have currently are doing amazing stuff. Seriously, I know a couple of them that are doing amazing stuff. So it's going there. Before you know, it's going to be 50-50. And women, when they get to something, they will want to
go
overtake.
higher. Yeah.
So don't be surprised that we are going to have more women in tech than men.
All right.
It will be a good thing, actually.
All right. Talking about the theme for this year, Mr. Godswill, I'm not going to ask you about the inclusion because I know you have a lot to say. But speaking from experience, it was hard. It was really hard to get a female techpreneur agree to come live on the show. So the theme for this year's International Youth Day is From Cliques to Progress, Youth Digital Pathways for Sustainable Development. I want to ask you, how significant is this theme to you?
I had the opportunity to talk at a conference here in the city of Uyo, one of the major conferences that was held earlier this year about creating sustainable value using your skill sets, your tech skills. And one of the things I said is that we can start from where we are to impact the world. And I feel like many people need to know this. They need to understand that their skills and their digital skills go beyond, the money they get. it goes to the solutions they can provide,
Sure.
the problems they can solve. Personally, I started as a freelancer in the tech space, and I noticed that there was a lot of decadence in terms of morals and in terms of people, their personal development, and them creating opportunities for themselves, young people, because the state of the economy we are in. It feels like around me at the time were lots of young persons who did not have a clear direction for their life, and I was doing well to some extent, I would say, but the fact that I'm doing well and other people around me are not doing well doesn't make me a better person, in quotes, because if I'm the only rich person in the room, every other person will want to feed from me. So I had to, I had to get people to see what I was doing, what I was building, how I was making money off the digital space, and I started, teaching them how they could do the same. And today we have lots of them who are doing very well for themselves and who are also building stuff for themselves, inspiring other people to become better persons. So the digital space today is bringing a lot of opportunity to young people, right? It goes beyond the social media trends and all of the things that we see on social media. It's the fact that we can leverage on this opportunity. We can share our story. We can put ourselves out there for the world to see. And so there are sustainable solutions we can provide that can impact the whole world. Imagine if all you can do is, you're solving problems from just creating content with your device. Teaching people and educating people about what they can do. So it's basically just it. Starting from where we are to create impact for the world.
Thank you. That has to do with globalization. To you, Mr. Anyedi, how significant is the International Youth Day theme to you?
Okay, I would like to say something that one man I love so much. His name is Tunde Unakoya. He said that you can do great things from a small place.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, so what that means is that I am in Uyo does not mean I want to remain in Uyo. I have to create impact so that people outside Uyo, since we are in the digital space, we are connected. We are connected to people all over the world. So the internet is a global space that I can stay here, and I have people in India who are my colleagues. Like for us that are working online, I stay in Uyo and I have connect all over the world. So from clicks, so what that means is you are on the internet.
Yeah.
So what are you doing with it? You're just posting. So what is the impact? We have a lot of trends in Nigeria. There is no day that will pass like this is hashtag trending. So you've said a lot of things that is trending. So are you on the other side of the trending? So you should be on the positive side of the trending. So if what is trending now and you are part of what is trending, are you on the negative side or the positive side? So it is an amazing topic. Like the theme is very amazing, that from clicks to progress, that you started from here and you're progressing. You are not stagnant, because if you are a young person and you've remained in this place, this same spot for a very long, that means you are abusing the internet, because people are making millions, people are making money. There is money on the internet. So how are you maximizing this time? How are you making sustainable effort to create solutions? Because let me say, I said this in an event that I was a speaker. I said that the ideas that you have in your mind cannot sell. It will not sell. So for you to have to solve a problem, you have to remove it from your mind and show it to the world. So what I will say this: don't ever think that you are the only person that has that idea. Before you are thinking of one idea, millions of people have already like the same idea. So what you are going to do is test it. take it. Let the market decide what if your idea is going to sell. Don't just put it, say, I'm scared. Sell it out. You'll be so shocked that, do you know that no matter how you see it, if you package it well, they're going to sell it.
Thank you. If you package that idea well, you will sell it. From clicks to progress. Yes. From clicks, you could start with just typing on your phone, but you should be making progress. And just before I open the phone lines, our guests will still be here when I open the phone lines. I want to ask you, Mr. Goswill, what do you think is a big problem, the struggle of those in the tech space in Nigeria? There are a number, but what would you say is the most significant struggle?
I'd say the most significant struggle for those in the tech space would be the fact that we are focused on working and not focused on building. It's a challenge. And I think many young persons need to be inspired to see that they could go beyond the job, the career, to becoming solution providers and builders. We need more builders. We have bright minds in our dear country. And if only we could explore to see the things that we can come up with and, push ourselves to build sustainable solutions to problems, then we'll go from the end where we are being fed to the point where we are feeding others, actually. And so that is how we go from, value receptors to value providers. That is where the real wealth is. It's not by, just receiving value, using the apps, using the platforms that others are building or working for them, but becoming a builder yourself, using your skill sets, using your tech skills, your digital skills, whatsoever it is, and contributing for a greater growth, building a product. I'd say we need to really solve that. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Godswill. Right about now, before I get back to Anyedi, the phone lines are open, and you can be a part of the conversation if you're watching from the house. The phone lines are right displayed on your screen: 0704-541-7707. I want to have a lot of calls because in Nigeria, the easiest thing you hear from youth is, "I'm in tech. I'm in tech. What are you doing? I'm in tech. Which branch of tech? I'm in tech." So you are in tech. The question tonight is, what are the ways the government can foster youth inclusion and sustainable development, especially in the digital space? Our amazing guests are going to answer that question, but I want to hear from you, the audience back at home. The phone lines are right open. Join the conversation displayed on your screen: 0704-541-7707. We want you to suggest ways the government can help foster youth inclusion and sustainable development. You can call or send a WhatsApp message to this number on your screen. We really want to hear from you. Today is International Youth Day. Don't forget to wish the person by you a happy International Youth Day. 0704-541-7707. Just as the calls are coming in, let's move to you, Mr. Anyedi. What is the biggest challenge for young persons in the tech space?
Okay, so I would say there is a misconception about what tech is. So many people feel, many young persons, including young persons, feel, there is money in tech. So they get into it and they want to get rich in
overnight.
1 month.
Yeah.
So in 1 week, in 2 weeks. So when they get there and there is no money, they become demotivated. So I just want to use this opportunity to tell young persons that tech is not a Ponzi scheme. It's not. It's not a get rich quick scheme. So it's about you building, just like what Goswill said. A lot of people are scared to build. Many of these big companies that are making waves, that are there, started somewhere. And then they keep progressing. So if you are coming to one of the major problems there is the orientation people get from tech. So I get questions like, okay, sir, what aspect of tech should I join? I was like, okay, I am not going to advise you. So what are you passionate about? You see, so many people do not really know what they are passionate about, the aspect of tech. I am in, just like you said, I'm in tech.
I'm in tech.
Like just a lot of people go into tech because they want to wear sneakers, just like what I'm wearing now, or they want to wear t-shirts. You know, in tech events we give t-shirts and all these stuff. So they want to be among. A lot of people come into tech because they want to attend events. We have a lot of tech events in this video. In a year, we have up to more than 20 tech events. So they just want to be among, wear sneakers, wear hoodies and t-shirts and all the stuff. But they don't want to build. What solution are you preferring? What are you doing? You get? Yeah. So the problem is that orientation. So I want to use this opportunity. Dear young persons, tech is not a Ponzi scheme.
True.
So you have to get your mindset that there will be time that you will not have data. There will be time that your most valued gadget, like your laptop, will crash and you'll be scared. So come with that mindset that you are supposed to build with a timeline. Give yourself a timeline. You say, okay, this is what I want to achieve from here. Measurable timelines. From year to year, I'm going to do this. After this, I get to this. You see that you are going to enjoy tech. A lot of people, there are people we call tech dropouts. Yes. There are a lot of persons that have registered for online courses that they have abandoned. Because of the orientation they got. So that's one of the problems that I feel. The orientation people think when you come to tech in 1 week, you start all the thinking because you have blue light and all extended screens and gadgets. That's not tech. That's not solution.
All right. Just in case you're joining us and you're wondering, what are these people saying? Tech this, tech that, tech this. The phone lines are right displayed on your screen, and you can be a part of the conversation by calling or sending a WhatsApp message to 0704 541 7707. What do you think are the ways the government can help to foster youth inclusion and sustainable development in the digital space? The theme for this year's International Youth Day is From Cliques to Progress, the pathways of which youth sustain development. What are these ways? Mr. Anyedi has said that tech is not a Ponzi scheme. It takes time. Tech is not a Ponzi scheme. It takes time. Back to you, Godswill. Let us know some of the various branches youth that is interested in tech. And Yedi said some persons are tech dropouts. You know, they just start a course, and when it gets difficult, I am a tech dropout actually. I decided to go I decided to go for the easy part, and that is ghostwriting. I started the UI UX, but I did not understand what I was doing there, so I just left it. So can you just list some of the part or some digital skills one could explore in tech?
Yeah, I wrote a book last year about niching down in the tech space. I'm doing volume 2 of the book this year. And basically, finding your tech path begins with finding you. And I think finding the best career paths stems from a place of personal development and self-awareness. Basically, everything you do in, let's say, physically can be brought into the tech space today. Just how can you take a physical service online? That's the question you ask yourself. And so if I'm a writer, I can write online. True. I can write for projects. I can write for organizations. I can handle social media platforms. I can basically do technical writing. I can do UX writing. Not just dropping out of a product design. You could also do, UX writing as well. So there are lots of things you can do as a writer. If you are a singer, there are things you can do as a singer. If you're an OAP, there are things you can do in the digital space as an on-air personality. You could do voiceovers for product, for ads. Lots of things you can do. So what are these? I'll just break them into categories. I would say technical skills and not so technical skills, not so technical digital skills. And so the technical skills would be the ones that has to do with programming, web development, data science, blockchain development, artificial intelligence engineering, all of that. These are robotics engineering. These are trending tech skills in the year 2024 because AI is like a big deal, blockchain is a big deal, and there are not lots of people, in these spaces yet. There's product design that you spoke about. If you're an artist, you're thinking of coming into the tech space, you could do graphic design, you could do product design as well. For not so technical skills, there's product management, there's project management, there's technical writing, there's community management. There are lots of skills that are available for you. There's content creation. We have lots of content creators today. There's video editing, right? If you're a video editor, you can make money. There's motions animation. There's 3D rendering for those that are 3D engineers. You want to simulate a product in its 3D model just for presentations and stuff. There are guys who are into 3D modeling, and there are lots of skills basically there. So there's the development, there's the design, there's the writing, the community management, social media marketing, digital marketing, email marketing. If you're a writer, there are various categories of this. And by the time I release my book this year, I'll be sure to put all of that in there.
All right, thank you. Back to Ade, do you think there's a particular niche in tech that is overcrowded?
Oh wow, overcrowded. I don't think so. In fact, there was a time everybody wanted to code. Yes. So in fact, there was that myth. Okay. So I say what tech is not. So everybody thought that tech is about coding. Yes. So there was that time when I was not in the coding world yet. So those other people saw us in the digital marketing as people. So okay, they classify us. So there is
hierarchy.
Yes, hierarchy. So they felt people that are in the digital marketing writing are not in that same category with the people that are coding. I don't know how we did it, that everybody now accepted, although they have not accepted all that writers or content creators are not in tech. So I think overcrowded, I would not say there is a particular one that is, but I know that people have started leaving coding to no code areas. So in fact, the future is no code. I always say that the future is no code. That people that what you are using code to do, that people are doing it without coding. In fact, we have no code community where people can build apps without code, where people can, like WordPress, I'm wearing a WordPress t-shirt now, where people can build website without coding. So the future is no code. So I think if it's crowding, I would say the coding aspect, but it's not still crowded. It's not still crowded. So,
all right.
People have left coding.
All right. Just before we let you go, and Mr. Goswill, let's take Mr. Goswill's parting shot before we take your parting shot. If there's one advice you should give to a young person from this year's theme that is interested in the digital space, what will that be? And that's your parting shot.
All right. If there's one thing I would tell a young person out there, I'm trying to narrow it down to one thing because there's actually a lot of things I would like to say. I think it's one of the things I said earlier. It's the fact that you have to start from where you are to impact the world. And it will mean that you're not thinking small. It will mean that you're thinking about global impact. All right. So you have access to your device and you have access to the internet, which is like a very big pool of resources and opportunity just in your hands, literally just in your hand. And just with that, you could do so much. And so it would mean that you need to pay attention to the opportunities in your hands and see how you can make the most out of it. And while you're doing so, you need to be patient because, like he said, it's something that is progressive. You need to go from one level to the other. I mean, we go to school for 5 years. Why can't we learn tech for a couple of months or years, before we start making the money? Or,
Thank you. Thank you.
All of that.
All right. We're running out of time. Let me take your parting shot.
Okay, so I want to say this. If you want to venture into tech, be learnable. Because a lot of people, you cannot, okay, let me not say you cannot. You might not make it in tech if you want to do it alone. That's why we have different communities in tech. Tech, in fact, I think tech is the only industry that enjoy the community because a lot of people are in that community. So if you want to progress, please find a community and don't also rely on yourself. Look for a mentor.
Look for a mentor, find the community, give it time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God's will. Thank you, Anyedi and the legend. It was an amazing show. I think it's because we tagged it exclusive. Some persons are just watching and they don't know what to say. Thank you for making it very, very engaging. It's International Youth Day, and I must say, happy International Youth Day. The government can give grants, can give loans, can put youth at leadership position. This can foster youth inclusion and sustainable development. You've been watching #Trending Exclusive, and my name is Blessing Dixon, but you can call me Lady B. I'll come your way again by tomorrow. Until then, stay safe and stay out of